Yes, good evening, friends. Welcome to Workers and Resources with the Soviets and the Republics. That was very sudden. Was I ready for that? I suppose I was, because what we're doing is figuring out, trying to figure out the, heating system, which means that we don't do that, we do here. Let's just make sure that there actually is a save and not just an auto-save. Thank you very much. Sure. New game. A random map. Well, there's plenty of things to choose from, but the random map generator will give a shot again. Maximum population. Hard overall. But not this time, because we want to get this stuff, up and running. So we start on easy money. But yes, if it is hard, they will all die. Yes, that's what's going to happen. Yes. Energy management. Yes. Seasons, indeed. They have removed the political events. This is what they've done. Coming soon. It said from day one. It is no longer existing here. They have removed it. Okay, then I see if that's how it is. That's how it is. I'm stalling while I'm trying to figure out the music player, and it's right here, and it might just now actually work. Stalling. Yes, okay. I just, no matter how I try, I can't do more than one thing at once when it comes down to it. There, I think we should have it. Indeed. So, right. Look according to here, no. Because it's so annoying with those, but 1960, just in case we want to make something out of this. Pollution, definitely, yes. Yes, frequent. I mean, damn it, yes, sure, this time, for once, that would be insane. Rivers, about 2. Yes, it sounds good. Or about like a system. Yes. Initial, we want to build cities and roads, please. Amount of towns. We want a few. 5. That's very few. We could have many, or we could have. It's much easier with a few. Making it hard enough as this, although the money amount. And let's see the amount of lakes. Should we do anything with this hills? Yes. When it comes down to it, I don't know. For green density, yes, forest amount, only here and there. Rivers about 4. Height. If you want easy access to the river, but it gets so boring if it's just, we don't want to be no disrespect the Netherlands. I really respect your land and culture and country, or whatever you call it. Kungadöme på nederländska, någonting. Anyway, but we want a bit of hills, yes, and a bit of forests. And about 5 towns then. Well, this is to test the winter seasons and plenty of fires, and see how fast we can fail. And it is, god damn it, it is already past midnight here. Now it's just barely dark outside. Use the lines, Luke. Yes, the lines for vehicles are actually quite good. Still, vehicles bunch up though. Well, or maybe they don't. I haven't. Yes. Oh. I should have loaded up this before, maybe. It's taking a long time here. I couldn't load up this before, this we're starting a new thing. God damn it. It is what it is. Generally, may take several minutes. Okay. What does that actually mean? May take several. I believe it's taking like a good 2 minutes. As you see, finish buildings and roads. Can raise lower cable waiver. There we go. Oh, we have a temperature. It's 18 degrees in 19th of March 1960. That sounds pretty lovely. What do we have? Oh, it's the rivers are very. I would have imagined a river system. And the towns, yes, here is apparently a major settlement. Varstock. Okay. Is there anything nearby here, Varstock? Feels like I've been here before somehow. There's no coal, there is no oil, there is no nothing. There is no uranium. Well, there is actually iron. In that there hill, I would suppose. It looked like iron. Heating, man. Heating. We're looking at it, yes, but there's plenty of things to do. Do not just looking. No. Might be interested one day, if that day comes. But for now, just looking. Oh, it's up here. Yes, hello. Here? Really? No. This is the wrong way. That's the wrong one mountain. This is the one. Hello? Yeah, how many hours did you have in this game now? I didn't read. Look. I don't. Yes, how am I supposed to? Okay, here, I suppose I could build an iron mine eventually. As this first town, we should build our economy out of iron then. Or is there anything else? Oil is cheating. Oil is just for internal use, but we're certainly going to need it. So for internal use, this seems like the oil central, oil town here. You're sitting on like a gold mine, aren't you? Play more music. Speaking of which, are you sure that yes, it is recording? No, it's get a bit paranoid about that sometimes. But yes, it's all looking right now that I look a bit closer, but it all looked a bit off. But now it is more as it's supposed to be here. Yes. Colleague, you're still awake? Yes. Yes, lying in your spot. Very nice. You know, in the middle of the night, we need, when doing this stuff, what we need is the stuff in the red can with the white text on it. The data use is what we need. Although this doesn't have any sugar in it, so one thing that I should just get in somewhere. Really, I will can buy stuff first. Here. But because the crops come here we won't be able to get a ship underneath, but there is look here, there is a mountain. We could have along these lines, Yes. 500,000 rubles, that sounds so cheap. 500,000 rubles. When you have 10 million. Well, anyway, heating. Wait, we need to look at the heating. That was for procrastinate, not meant to procrastinate here. Or do something, but it is what this small heating plant. Okay, you burn coal to build. You are pretty expensive, I would think. Although it is 1960, so what reference do you have? 20,333 euros. I mean, it sounds really affordable. It really does. Heating plant. Price is funded from rubles. Okay, it's the same thing, but gigajoules it produces. 210. Oh, it's not pretty big, but I guess it's pretty polluting. We're going to need coal. Small heat exchanger. Okay. Heat exchanger. Heat pumping station. I wonder how long those. Right, and these work as electricity does. Yes. How long can you make these reasonably? No, we're not buying anything. Hill causing obstruction. Okay, but they can run for quite a distance, these. That's quite long between repeaters, That's quite a way. It's so nice to know that it's 17 degrees. I wonder how cold it'll get in winter. And I read that if you don't do anything with a town, they will burn wood, basically, and produce a little bit of local pollution. That's how they keep warm in winter. So apparently they have will and doing things. But coal is the only source of heat. Right. 2.1 tons of coal a day is not a lot. I mean, compared to, let's say, electrical plant here. Electricity. No. What is in this construction? You build them so rarely when it comes down to 24 tons a day. Yes, so it's not, it's stuff that we truck. Basically, yes, if you want to do it. So, where do we have coal? There's an enormous amount of coal here in this mountain. Yes, guess what? You are going to get to be the coal mining town. Congratulations. I have to congratulate. They are very steep, these mountains, I have to say. Very, very steep are they. Yes, maybe I turn up a bit too much. They're not, certainly not the Netherlands, no. flat areas. Where the hell are those? I do really do this. This is terrible. I mean, it's my fault. I'm not blaming the game. Oh, but it is maybe not very good or conducive to good gameplay here. Don't know what is really. What is? There's not a lot of people here, but we'll get by, I think. This coal mine, coal energy, coal. Coal mine. Coal mine. Men så jävlar vad grönt. Although this is it's a bit difficult to establish a coal mine right here. I think it will be possible, but you know, and we're going to burn a bit of money here and do this do this properly quickly. No, properly quickly. We try to do it just. Yes, we're going to use construction office, a huge construction office, quite a ways away from the town. This is in the way, and it was just an experiment. Goodbye. Here, sure. You even get, you know, just like 12,000. That's so cheap. Here in 1960, we have 10 million. Yes, it's a bit cheaty. Maybe we can get rid of the money somehow or do something with it. Yes. Okay, and it would be gainful with a road here, and paving roads at this, but it gets like too easy, doesn't it? Yes, it does. But to do this project, we're going to need two things. Two things is what we're going to need. We're going to need a bulldozer. Many a bulldozer. We actually don't even want this road. I can't think of it. No. That's enough of them. You don't need that many. You want as many excavators as this one is the one you want. This is a good speed level 33, and it's available until 1982. Make sure you get them while they're there. You bought a bit too many of the Starlinks. They got a bit carried away. Because we needed to do severe terrain modification first before we even can use the bulldozers to flatten out, so that we may be able to build the coal mine wherever it was that it is the place that we want to put it. Yes, that place. Indeed. And I'm pretty sure it's about here. Yes, here it is. We could name here. This is like the center of it, and then it's more green. So maybe right here. Kolata. Yeah, pretty, yes. Kolgruvan. The coal mine. It was established the 1st of April of 1960. Yes. The first thing we actually did. And then we started digging and manipulating the terrain here. Wireframe or not, It's actually doing it. Wasn't very hard. It wasn't very solid. It was very malleable, in fact. But then it will make. Okay, then we cannot do that anymore, can we? Or are they getting too far away? Is that it? Yes, that's it. Thought they'd run out of fuel. But they ran out of. What are you doing here? You're digging a great crater. Yes, I mean we need a bit of infrastructure, you know, and coal mine. We're doing a strip mine. It's what we're doing. We're mountain top removal mining. You know, it's very safe for the miners. But then we're still probably digging quite a deep mine shaft here from this plateau. An old-fashioned one, I'd imagine. Yes, and now we do a bit of this, so we get a nice flat area here around. And you see, you don't. I'm using the terrain randomizer for some reason. God damn it! Why? There's a funny function in that one. Terrain average. It is the terrain randomizer. I've said for a long time. It's for a long time. Yes, all time the game's been out. It feels like it's been out for a long time. It's weird. This time apparently. So here we should have a coal mine. Yes, that looks pretty good to me. That sounds like we could, or looks like we could have a pretty decent, you know, quality of source right about here. We could have even better down here. But then it's close to the town and it's polluting, and this will do quite nicely. That's what it will do. Yes. You can preview. Okay, are we done? Yes, we're going to need to get a road. And conveyors and electricity. In that order, maybe? Yes, winter is coming. Apparently the first thing that we're bringing in here is coal. Coal mine. Yes, you will define. The thing that we want is a road. I mean, it's are we seriously considering this as a play? No, I don't think that we are, because it's just like the old one, but more hilly. Yes. Yes, and we could certainly make something of it, but then again, we could try something that someone has handcrafted. This is quite steep. This is too steep of an incline. Yes. Especially since this thing has still not changed. Yes. I'm just going to have to do something about this terrain here, if we want this to happen. Can do it a bit more narrow. Yes. Here. Well, so then we come down. Somewhere around here. Look, there's a road. The road. Street lighting is perhaps a bit. Oh, the soil is regrowing. We can see it. Too steep of a descent. Still can't help me out, really. I have to fix. But there is still work and resources, so we are public that I've been saying, you know, with the curves and things that barely even recognize the game anymore. But this is still just as troublesome as ever. And this road is going to look awful here. But never mind, as long as we're getting it down the mountain. That is the... and we're taking this approach now. We're doing, you know, steep. Yes, there we go. We have a road up 30,000 rubles. 1960s money, what is it? Apparently the road was the first thing that was ever bought. So coal, yes, and coal is always a good thing to start off with, you know, since you need it. You need electricity. You need it. It's just the way it is. And now we need heat. Although no, to heat people up, we only need a small amount of coal, which means that we can truck it around from a coal mine. I think it is within the realm. And of course a train would be lovely. But just to test it out, we can do something here, the town of Denega. Denega. I don't know. You will be värmegrejen. Heating thing. So, right, up here we also need a bus stop. Such as... No, if we tried this, we could. But it's so that output is there, so keep it here. And so we also want, remember, fires are frequent. As we are putting in equipment for the citizens. We are putting in a fire station, most certainly. This paving the road here in 1960, it feels a bit, but the money is burning a hole in the pocket. Might as well do it. It doesn't sound much, but the inflation in this game is really something. But still not anywhere near reality though. Keep that in mind. Should we build this coal mine and see what we get? 7,000 rubles. Or $118,000. And the rubles sounds like a good deal. Okay, where are we going to put the coal? Well, here is a lake, and I think that is connected to a river. Is it not? Yes, it is. What's this? It looks like something there, but I don't understand. But there is navigable water here. Here it is not navigable. Here we will have to dig for a bit. Somewhere. It is night time. So it's very difficult to see. And you know, this is for heating, coal digging and heating. It's this. Where is it? Coal. It's over here. You can see it here. No. Yes, well, okay, Lulona is not far away. You know, if we have iron available here, as it will happen, we have like a very dense. I mean, this is a bit too convenient. I mean, thank you, but isn't it a bit convenient to have it? Just, I suppose we're lucky. Iron mine. But steel, yes, we could one day. You could actually one day and just take care here now. Like that, and then take a conveyor out here and a road out here too. Wire one of those. Apparently we're auto purchasing things. Yes, we want to get this done. There's a bit more things required. Getting this done. Is this? But coal is an excellent starting point. Here, power. Thing is, we are going to. Yes, we're going to bring in coal. No, we're not doing it quite like that. But power will certainly be somewhere here. We have plenty of workers over there, and plenty of workers. A few workers here. Coal here. Power heating plant. I don't suppose the nuclear power plant produces heat that is usable as a thing, that you could use. A heat exchanger, for example. Could you use a heat exchanger? What should I say? No, this is only for. This is that thing. What do you look like? Okay, that is not the same connection as the small heat exchanger. Yes, but it's the same. No, okay, there is also small pipe and big pipe. 3,000 hectoliters, whatever, but you produce gigajoules and quite a bit of pollution, I suppose. Require electricity. Small heating, that's a small one. This is very large. Yes. There are no, you know what? There are no switches here. There's nothing, there's no such thing as a switch in here. Interesting. We're going to need somewhere to put this coal and iron eventually. And the coal is going to come out this way. This fire station, we might as well get built. Yes, we're doing this, getting people in the mine and stuff, and getting vehicles on the roads and things, so it gets a bit lively here. Not completely dead. See, we want. Yes, and I think now in the beginning, the frequent fires means that the fire algorithm kicks in immediately, whereas in normal mode you have a little bit of a grace period before it actually kicks in, and it also accelerates more. There are more fires. Simply put, what you're looking for and want is a bit of conveyor. How the hell are we going to do this quickly? What are we to? 34 minutes. Don't think I said anything about doing it quickly. But I think that we could here. I mean, the terrain, but here it looks quite hard. It's rocky, is it? But it budges quite a bit anyway, but no, maybe not enough. If we could put like a huge storage here for coal, that would be lovely. right outside the mine. But I don't think that you will, because here you won't be able to raise up the terrain enough. But here we might be able to lower it. Lower it, yes. Not raise it. Yes, will we get a large aggregate storage in here or not? That's the question. Isn't it exciting? Not the terrain randomizer. The leveler. The terrain level tool. Level terrain tool. As good as possible. Although this is not perfect. At all. This, right. The heating, small heating block. Heating. Small. We need, what we need is the soundtrack to keep us moving. That's how it is. Heating plant? No. We're doing, quite classic things here, such as large aggregate storage. It is very large, and it needs flat terrain. But we have managed to provide something resembling flat terrain for it. Although that road will not be possible to build onto there, I don't think. Or you could maybe glitch it in if you are really... No, it's just not go... Never say. But we're not down the hill yet, are we? It's just not possible to do so shorter. Look at what you're trying to do here and ask yourself if it seems a reasonable thing to do. No, it is not, but we cannot have a bridge just so that we can have a road connection to this place, but it will burn down once every year. As we will rebuild it every year. No, that's not how it will be. We'll remove this and it's solid rock here. Nothing happens. We might as well try and do it at another level here. Is that enough for you? I don't think so. Those are pretty big. It is a large aggregate storage that you want directly from the mine, apparently. Let's see if it could be. Wow, this is steep. We don't want a road down there. You can have a road here. Can we not? This is pretty steep. Yes, but we already have a road. So we don't need. But we do need it here. But here we could have. That's not going to be. Anyway, the large aggregate storage. Is it possible to get it in here? Conveyor engine transfer. Large aggregate storage. Need flat terrain. Yes, it's a bit remaining to a large aggregate storage, isn't it? It's a bit too hilly here, and the terrain height is not easy to work with. I should have gone for flat, and would have been done by now with this bit anyway. Yes, is this a good enough starting point, you think? it just takes forever, and it's just too steep. That's why it takes forever. And why are you insisting on a large one that we can have a small? Well, you can hear it. Do I really have to answer? Small areas. I suppose we're going to have to. It's going to have to be or we could. The thing was the road. Could get. But there's just not possible to do anything here. But maybe. It still looks pretty damn steep. To me, and although it will work, we accept it somewhat. Although it is a sheer drop here, which is just not going to happen without either a bridge or a severe, But this is okay. This was apparently within our. I have underestimated the power of our excavator fleet. That was not bad. What's this road down here? Too steep? Come on. It's not too steep. It's just fine. I'm still going to have to do this. This will not be. And this is only fire protection for that place so far. And we're having it paved. We are, since we're paying for it with ill-gotten money before they find out that they gave us 10 million. There must have been a rounding error or something. Here. From Moscow, we try and use it as quick we can and get as much out of it as possible while the getting is good. Okay, I have committed to road, but not a whole lot else. Okay, you are 4 square meters. That sounds pretty small. But right, temperature, it's good. It's only 13 degrees, 14 in April. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Fire trucks. There we go. And somewhere down here where it is a little bit more conducive to building, like here maybe, we could have a little two road vehicle depots. We can never have enough road vehicle depots. Since we have this ill-gotten money, we might as well. Here, one could actually. Yes, but look at wireframe. It's not going as quickly as you think it is. No, this will suffice for road vehicle depot here. And yes, you can. Come on. You can certainly fit 2 in here. I promise you. The other way? No, not the other way. This way. And if one could get a road through down the middle but we don't need it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey. Maybe we shouldn't pay for upgrading. We have that in as a reminder. Get going on self-sufficiency. We're testing out heat. So far we have road vehicle depots here. Yes. And it's April, and well, it's fine. This one is. Are we going to do it seriously and get people in from there, or are we going to do it small scale? It's the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same thing. It's just on a bigger scale. The small heating plant. Yes, it is this size. Doesn't look that bad. But does it? Coal is input in this direction. We have coal up there. But we have a city that way that want heat, a lot of it. And we have coal there, we say, basic more or less here, flat terrain. That should not be a big problem. There's a road connection is a bit awkward on the back there, but it is what it is. Imagine this, a paved road in 1960. Yes, we are investing enormously within this money. Heating plant. Yes, we pay for this. Don't even know if it's going to hook up to anything. But there we are, committing to it. Have we committed to anything up here yet? Except for the fire station. Bus platform. Coal mine. And that thing. I think we can do this. And you know, I don't suppose. Are you kidding me? No, I don't think so. Of an incline. Come on. This is more or less dead air. I'm sorry, this is fiddly as hell. Why am I paying so much attention to this? Because the fire is on high, but this is unnecessary. It would just be nice with a little bit of shortcut here. It might be possible. Never mind. Here. Till this iron mine will wait with for a bit, and we need a coal ore processor, and we really need it within walking distance of this. That's not going to happen. No way, because we cannot cheat with the footpathing anymore. So that's going to have to be a second line, I suppose. Really. Well, the end product coal want to go down there eventually, and to power plants down here. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll have, oh, pardon me, we'll have a coal power plant here. Coal power plant. Yes, it's still in here. Coal power plant in here, up here. No, a coal ore processing plant, but it's very large. Yes, it is so very large. Yes, it is enormously large, and there is not a lot of space here to put things. This is a ridiculous map. Is what this is. I must have done something wrong in the settings. Sorry, but this is quite terrible compared to den traditionella bondedemokratin. So what, we don't have a thermometer, but we have a nice terrain, nice landscape. This, I don't know what this is. This is hopeless, is what this is. This is like Norway, basically. It's just steep, too steep to build, basically everywhere. Lovely though, fantastically lovely, don't get me wrong. Like one of the loveliest places on the planet, probably. This is not going quickly, is it? But it must be a damned, jävla dret to try and do anything, and it is, of course. Are you using? Yes, we're using the incorrect tool to top it off here. I don't even know what we're doing here. Are we really putting an ore processor here? No, we're not. We're just putting an engine transfer in, and to do that we just need to get a little bit of road in here, and I think that will be possible. That will be possible. Yes. I think it might be possible. There we go. For it. And 2. Why not? And I want a conveyor engine transfer. A stock one. We could have a stock one. But the problem with it is that it comes out of the bottom of it, but it's not a problem so much here, maybe. Still though, the ones where it comes out the top are better. It's just the way it is. Conveyor pipe engine. Road crossing. Very versatile this. Yes, wherever that road go, I don't know, but we have it, and it's even connected. Might as well have had the auto build on at this point. But you never know, you might not get it right first time. Then it's so cheap. This is going to be one steep conveyor to get to a coal ore processor. Maybe we could have the coal ore processor here. And then take coal to power plant, and yes, this sounds like something. It is quite large, and it produces a fair amount of pollution. but the input is that way and the output is straight out into the lake, then yes, very handy indeed. But for this particular occasion, that was the other way around. Have you played this game before? It has 4 inputs for some reason, which also doesn't make any sense. Because you need, I mean, a good coal mine can easily feed 3 of these. Pardon me. Yes, it can. Is this too long for a straight conveyor? Might be, it might not be. It's too long. You know what? We'll take the opportunity then to do something about the road here. Ah, indeed. Watch out, the Soviets are coming. The Soviets, yes, we're coming with heat. In May, I know winter seems so far away at this point. No, it doesn't, because it's still 21 degrees, 8th of May. That sounds like, what is this? Some sort of Central European place. Thought this was a harsh place. What the hell do we need heating for? I will see how the winter gets before we say anything about that. Yes, but it was fun to notice that the political events that should have been coming soon are gone now from the menu. I wonder, does that mean that they don't have a plan for a story mode or anything like that, or you know, where stuff actually happens around you in the world? You just get what you make up yourself, which is fine. It's fine, but having played so many hours now, it would be a bit interesting maybe to look at conveyor road crossing. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Or exactly what we want. Yes, it is something like what we want. $135,000. That was quite expensive. Yes, road crossing. This one, 27,000. Iron mine, we can wait, and we need a bus stop too here, you know, around. And the power plant, and this, could we reach all of these with one bus stop? I think we could. I think that we could do that quite easily. Where does the coal come out of this one? Out here. Comes out of here. I mean, the obvious thing to do is to maybe if we start with the power plant. We do an enormous one. We have the money to spend. How good is the coal source? 73%. Yes, we can do a huge one. Where is it? It is power plant. I think it is just a matter of finding it. Working dot production line, power transformer, power plant, coal power plant. No, large coal power plant. Yes. It is a little bit large on the large side. Yes, but I think it will make it a nice addition here. Need flat terrain. Yes, but you can flatten the terrain, can you not? This is such that it is not flat enough here. No, not on a scale like this. This is very large. Remember, it is still not even close. Terrain randomizer, wrong tool, wrong selection. Wrong selection. This must be enough space. How large is it? This is now the size of a pretty decent town. Okay, that's how big it is. And that's not a good place. Although it will be quite nice having the power lines go out over the water. Not at all. But there is no rear entrance. This is hopeless. That's not right. That's not great, but it will have to do. But coal comes in that way, and the medium voltage. No, I'm not RTG shed. No, this is not. No, we'll have electric high voltage. Yes, hopefully we'll have high voltage eventually. But for now, we're having a stock coal power plant right about here. And there was one more thing that we wanted to do here, I think, with the coal. Or not. We have coal, we make electricity, we make power, heat. Yes, and you have a cooling tower. Yes, and you have a chimney. And you have a cooling pipe here. You could have that connect here instead, That would be a very good solution. Don't tell me that you can do that. No, you cannot. That one has outputs, this one doesn't. Maybe there are mods available, or someone will figure out a way to do it. It would be pretty clever. But this is expensive. This is costing proper money. How much is it? 213,000. Right. So we need to put this on a bit of. This is not great. This should have been built a bit further out. But anyway, we're going to have to put this on a large heap as possible here. What are you trying to do now? No. We want you to. Well, yes, but. There's a road. Have you heard of the concept? Not considering the size here. This road will have to go. Yes, that was very cheap. This is not how we've been playing it lately, now is it? No, this is more like a bit more reckless style. Oh, reckless, but something. It's different. Is that what we want? Not quite, but pretty close. Except for this one. This one we do not want. Apparently clicked the dollar button there. Yes. We have broken the nolla. We have broken the $0 for dollars. I mean, I thought I could whip this up in a little bit, but it's taking forever. We need so many things. Yes, coal power plant. And now if we could only get a... you don't have a road... this... we can tear it down immediately and replace it with a pipe. Yes, a pipe is what we replace it with. Something like that, yes, but not quite. Even do this. I think. Hope. This is just to get out of there, and this is to get into there, and that is still not really taken care of. Now, is it? No. That's good though. That's good. Conveyor. Yes, this is the wrong way around. You know, this is, or you screw this. This is not going well at all. This is going terribly. Terribly. This is what it is. No, 1,500 liters. Yes, I don't know about this heating thing. It's seriously, it is too late, and it has been a long day. I don't know about this one. Feels a bit cheap to leave it like this. The heating has not been explored at all. But just in case, thank you so very much for watching, and good night. Good evening, friends. Well, good evening. From your perspective, this is an instant continuation. I think I will decide to do it like that. Yes, we're getting to the heating. We're going to bring heating to a little village. Then we're going to throw this world away. This is just to experiment with the seasons. Because it was such a terrible map. Hold the control while rotating buildings to set them precisely. Invaluable tips here that they have for us. So everything is alright, isn't it? I think it is. Although volume is at 100, that's no problem because it's very quiet around here. Cheers. I think that we have done pretty decently here. What do we have? I think here we're trying to get in a... what's this about? Right, we're trying to get in... We need to get in a cold storage. Well, yes, I already have one of those. Good. Coal storage. That's here. Large aggregate. Small. No. Such a thing does not exist here. Yes. I mean, why haven't you... You don't even need that tower. We will try this. Like so. And a little bit of a conveyor here. There. And into there too. We're going to need to put something in here. A conveyor engine transfer pipe. That one is easy to find for some reason. Yes. Well, not quite. I was thinking more like in from there, and then. But it is that side. That would work, and then we're going to need another one. like this, more or less. Right. That's lots of things to click. But we're going to do it. Here. Pay for it. As you know, it takes lots of clicking, and we need music. So pretty soon we do have the basics that you need. You need power, and for that you need coal. That's this I don't think is quite needed. Demolish, yes, and a road here to where? Don't know. Bit luxurious to have this as asphalt, maybe, but there we go. I don't care so much about the details now. No, let's just get this done. This little village here. How many people you suppose live here? Not enough. But maybe we could get a few onto a bus up to there. And we need a bus stop in here. I can reach all of this, and for that purpose we're going to... Actually, we should have had this type of road all over the place, because that allows people to walk further. It does. And then I'm thinking, bus platform small. No, I think bus stop is what I think. Alright, might as well have the auto. Should we check this? Just to have it all happen at once. I mean, we're doing it anyway, and if we waste a bit of money out doing something wrong, we have to do it again. It's not so bad. Here you can also have, nice piece of street lighting and everything. And this place, walking connection is from that end. That's not where you're going to enter. Then you're going to enter here. Yes. Something like that, and this, yes, whatever it is you're saying. That road is certain to not be in way for the pipes, right? Or for the thing. And this road will not be in the way for electrical wires neither. Is this necessary? Not really. So, hello, the good people of whatever this place is called. Called Girvan, indeed. Very good name for it. I'm seeing, we're going to need shop, school. We're going to need all sorts of things here to make these people somewhat happy. Can we do something about this? We need space for these great plans. But this is not a good place for it then. We could build a town out in this direction. There's certainly space here. You know what, we could actually do that. Now we want this. So far I burned through 1.5 million here on something. A coal mine we have established. except that there are no workers and there is no coal and there is no electricity. It's a bit of chicken and egg, but we're going to fix that. All the way out here, yes. Look at the nice paved street that you get. You unfortunately get rid of. Some workers are still living. Relocate. You removed that function. Well, the problem is that everything is full. No matter. No matter. It really is a little bit of a matter. Though. Yes, and there is only one thing. This has a heat water tank. 12 cubic meters. 17 cubic meters. Well, it is going to... No, we don't want to invite. But we could do a little bit of random relocation here, since we do have so much people available. And I suppose the street will go out here. They can be a little bit offset here. Do we need this many? No, we don't need more. Now, a great bus platform in the middle here. It will all be great someday. 24 degrees in late May. Very nice weather we're having. Is it, or was it because all of my buildings were full? That's why it wouldn't do it. I think that we're going to need to get rid of this and this and this and this. Get a street connection on here, is what we're seeing. Maybe not so much. And this too. That. And the plan is filled to 130%. Something like this is great. Too sharp turn. Oh no, it's not. This is probably a bit unnecessary to do all that, but we're doing it. Bus platform here, an enormous big one, is such as the regular bus platform. Yes, it's very good. I'm seeing it about here, I think. I seem to be walking places. I don't quite know what they expect from that, but it's probably something. Yes. There's only one place to go, and that's the church. So, at the moment, we're not accepting anyone here. We're taking it a little bit careful. Because before, I think that this road is gone. Or not gone, but yes, it is gone. There we go. Now look at the space that we can create, maybe. If we don't use the terrain randomizer tool again. Yes. Yes, and then in here somewhere we're going to put equipment systems. Here's a shopping center. It is very, very important. No, we're going to put the fire station first. First and foremost, we're going to put the fire station in. That's what we're doing, I think, out here. Should still have had that ticked. I forget, these things all the time. It's what are you going to do? It is what it is. Let's see here now. We have a fire station. Very good. So far, I don't think anything has caught fire. No, there's no message box here. Right, it is very dark. Should we hook up electricity? We haven't even built the coal mine yet. We don't know. No, that's the iron mine. Stop it. That's... the coal mine is certainly built. And we have road vehicle depots and we have bus platforms. They're going to need fuel later on. Here, as bus that is available now, or at least close to being on the market here. There's not that much to choose from here. This is actually next year, but 62 passengers, and yes, this will do. 2 of those, yes, and a line. There are no lines so far, but this one is you're going to go from this place, and yes, you're going to go here, then you go back, then you go here. Right, I think so. Is this... yes, everything is walkable from here. But here you do not unload just in case anyone got left behind. There we see it, how it is going to move. Fantastic. Let's apply this line then to these vehicles. There we go. We could even set them off. There we have some noise going. Very nice. We want a gas station. Which is here. I still forget. Yes, we're getting to the heating, but it's only June, so we don't really need that much heat. Okay, so in order to do this, let's see, where are we? We are here. The closest border post would be here, I suppose. Yes, it is. We're going to drive over there to get coal. Can we even do it? I'm not sure. Because we can't get fuel into the truck until we have coal here. That is powered directly. Very good. You're getting here. We're putting in some infrastructure. Just for your information. High voltage infrastructure. Right, and a little bit of cheap, not very cheap, but still a road, and electricity, high voltage wire. This one. And you are going to comply with this. Should maybe not have this ticked just right now. And we're going to try to get this as much out of the way as possible by taking it up here. Yes, very affordable too it is. And then power transformer here. I mean, it goes so quickly now that we're building everything for money. It is not the same game when you do it this way as it is when you're constructing. Let's see here. Buy some fire trucks. We could almost start accepting workers here now. Are you starting to get a bit unhappy and hungry and things? But that's no problem. Equipment for citizens. Shopping center. Small shopping center. I think that we should have a street through town. Maybe this road that went away. It did not. I think that we will have something like this. This expensive road. Yes, you ran out of fuel now. I understand why. As soon as we'll have electricity there, which we just need to do this, you know, more or less. Yes, maybe. We need a dumper, is what we need, a dumper. And there should be something here, isn't it? 1960. There is not a lot to choose from. There is this one, 7 tons of coal. That's enough, I think. From 1950. Yes, that will do. Although the fuel will not be enough, I think, for it to get from here, where it will load up on coal, not coal or coal. And then drive it straight into the power plant. I mean, if you could manage to do this without running out of fuel, it's going to work. Do we have the thing on? No, we want that on. I think, maybe. Will you be able to make it past here even? Yes, very good. You're going to run out of fuel, regrettably. Do we have workers here? No, we don't. Have we started accepting workers here? Yes, we had. There are 130 workers here right now, which is a good thing. Very good thing. This footpath seems very expensive all of a sudden. I still haven't built them a shop. Really need to do that before they start getting really hungry. A small shopping center about here somewhere. Yes. And just so you don't have to walk all the way around, I can do a little shortcut here. No one is interested. I think they will be. And we also need so many things. Education, kindergarten. If you don't have a kindergarten, it's all goes to cannot build on the water. No water here. And also a kindergarten out here somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. It's just important that we have it. We can have it here. And they can have a little bit of a footpath here and walk if they like this. You see, that bit was 134 rubles, and this bit was like 3,000 or something. But there you have it. That's the way it works. Now, have you run out of fuel yet, or how are you doing? Because you are the one that's going to save us. You are about to run out of fuel, and we cannot. You do not have the, thing anymore, where it can drive on empty for a while, which really is quite troublesome indeed. Where did it go? There it is. And there we go. It's out of fuel. I can make it out of fuel, place to home, but I cannot refuel it. Regrettably. No, none of that is going to help. So what we're going to do then is do it the other way. Also, we're not quite finished here with the high voltage and things. This switch is not even built. We need it. So there we have it. If we could get some workers in here now and some coal, I think that if you, pardon me, I think that if we just buy a little bit of coal, we could get it all going here, like 16 tons or 16 tons. Sounds good to me. And then we need workers, and to get them, I mean, they have enough fuel in them for one run, I think, at least. This is not quick. And go, please, make it. Get a few workers into the coal plant. You wouldn't mind. And then they walk there, that's fine. They can walk into there, that's also fine. You don't have any coal for the moment, that's to be expected. It's also the 14th of June. I don't think that they require that much heating. This building is without power supply. Really hope the bus makes it here. Where is it? It's got a full load. Very good. Very, very good. But maybe, just maybe, we should not... should we unload everyone here? No, what we do is we don't get in everyone. Bus platform. Do not unload anything, and only offload. First time around. And this, you are going to save it I would hope you're not, because you're stuck behind this one. Oh, we can fix that. I send you to the depot. What's that you can do? You too? Yes, you too. The only problem with doing this is that when the electricity gets to the gas station here, they will go and refuel, which is great and all. But when in doing so, they forget their route, which is not that great. Get in 100%. Well, maybe something like this. Yes. Do we have electricity? Not yet. But no. Wait a minute here. This is completely wrong. At this place, you're supposed to unload. And here as well. Sorry, but we're going to have to interfere a little bit with you. There we have them. Go into the cold ore processor and primarily into the power plant. Which we also need to build a little bit of a medium voltage thing here. A switch. And a thing. So we can have it here. Switch, of course. And that's quite a hill that you created there now. Was that really necessary? Don't know. No, that's too steep of a descent, and I do not blame you. It's a bit overkill, maybe, that road, but that's fine. We have so much money, and it's not about that anyway. It's still about just getting this thing, somewhere. And here, we need to get the wire from down here, or we could. Should we hook it up directly to the power plant? There are many things that can go wrong when you do this, but it's fine. But for this application, it is completely alright. Yes, also is extremely quick. Here, as we're building it straight underneath the high voltage wire, what could go wrong? Nothing. That ought to do it. Is there any smoke coming from the coal plant? Well, it has voltage. These things should have gone to fuel up. Now, maybe they have changed. You see, it doesn't have a line. Yes, but you know, this bug is still here. This doesn't work. Can you do this then? Yes, but it isn't. How was it that you did this? It was possible to get out of this. Maybe if we put you over here. I don't know. No, it's already assigned to this line. Although it isn't, as we can clearly see. Assigned to custom line. You can erase from line. Right, very good. Do that with this as well, and then copy. There you go. Now you can be running around here, I think. Because this we already burnt through 2 tons of it. We're going to need people up in the coal mine. We actually have, but there is no electricity, of course. We are going to get electricity in here very, very, very quickly. Yes, road 666 was built right there. And it's only courteous to put in one of these somewhere close by. Building in the way. Angle of connection too sharp. Sure it is. Could we go straight through here? Yes, we could. And then the point here really is to get that hooked up onto there. And then a bit of, simple, too steep. I'm not sure about this, if it's going to do it. It might. It might just do it. We shall see. Too steep of a descent. Right. Pay for that as well. Okay, we should now have workers in coal mine. We should have electricity in coal mine. We're producing coal. Yes, we are producing coal. Very good. Here as well. We're processing coal ore and putting it here. Very nice. This is burning like hell. Current production percentage 100%. It is 30 degrees and 28. It goes down quickly now, but it was 32 degrees there, so I'm not so sure that we need it now, but we are going to need it when winter is coming. Do we do this maybe so we get to winter quicker? Let's see. We need heating plant. We already have a heat exchanger. Small heating pumping station. Heat exchanger. Out here. And also one about does the coal mine really need? No, the coal mine does not need heating. I don't know where to put this. A small heat exchanger we can try. You need flat terrain. And there we have it. Let's see. Heating pipe big, heating pipe small. Pumping station. Yes, you have a splitting thing. Okay, very good. Going in all sorts of directions too. building in the way. Yes, that's the building that we want to connect the thing to. You can't mix, I suppose. Yes, you can. But you cannot put a big pipe into a small one of those. How expensive is this, by the way? It is pretty damn expensive, I think. 8,000 rubles, yes. We're going over there. Oh, this is not going to work. We need to redo this a little bit. We can go. We don't need to redo anything. It just looks a bit silly. That's the way it is. Right, then we need to get to the heating plant somehow. Here. We go underneath all of this stuff. And then a little bit over the road. Over the road again. We're about to get there, but it overlaps. No, it doesn't. These can be very long, and that is a very good thing. Too sharp a turn. Thought so. There we have it, 82,000. What happened now here? Well, the temperature is going somewhere. It is 34 degrees. It's the 4th of July. It is pretty damn hot as it is. How are we doing here? Is there 11 workers in the coal mine? Yes, we have kindergarten, but we don't have school and we don't have higher education. School. Well, what we could do is we could continue this. Too nice. Thank you. And then we just take it out to here somewhere. Like that. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's the school for that side of town, and we also need one here around somewhere. Are you absolutely sure? Yes. I think that your house is a little bit forfeit. There's no electricity here, it would seem. Yes, there is. It's just that we have maybe a little bit unreliable supply of workers or something. Coal. Right. Are you hooked up? You should be. It's all lit up. So this is it then. This will, I think, survive. No, it won't. We need a hospital, and for that we need educated people, and for that we need a university. We're not building a university here, but they do need a hospital. They can have, preferably in a sort of central location too. I mean, we could extend the waterfront here slightly, and we have all the space we need, and more even. You are also gone, I'm afraid. There we go. Now we can make a little street connection out here. You see, like this. It should go up before it goes into the water, but you can't have it all. Something like this, and then here we take it down. Take down? Yes, this is what we're doing, and this is let's see which one you're gone. There we go, and now a school for everything here. School. You have electricity and you have heat. Very good. We even fit it in out here. Well, you don't get electricity out here, but we're going to need to fix that anyway. $22 workers. How's the coal heap doing? It's doing quite nice. This should be working. Why do you need to heat up a power plant? It is, you know, the waste heat here is boiling off constantly when in use. I don't see why. I don't. No, but here we have. Should we have some more housing? We could have some more housing, such as this, for example. And the church is right there, so I don't think that we are going to get quite through here with... This is not going to work neither. This is not going to work for any of them. This though... no, that did not help. That only connected those two buildings together, and that's not what we want. No, what we want is another residential building. The power went out, and you need to be more, have more workers in there, you know. There we have it. This one is built. Isn't the town looking much better now with all the infrastructure, high voltage heating pipe, heat exchanger, what have you? What you don't have is electricity. That would be because there are no workers in the power plant. See here, we don't need 30 workers in here. We need like 5. We really don't need 14 in the power plant neither, but as long as they're there, they might as well. 31 degrees here in the middle of July. Well, so this is how heating works. We have one of these. You put coal into it. You take a pipe out. In this case, a big pipe. You can put that into a heating pumping station, which is very handy here, and also has lots of connections and things. And you can put it into a small heat exchanger like this one, which will reach quite a bit of things. And then out here we have another one. Although, you, for example, do you have? Yes, you have connection. Well, I suppose we wait for winter. Or autumn. Because this is summer and it's looking just as it always has. No, these do not have electricity yet. They must get electricity. Instantly and without delay. I could just click the right buttons here. Yes, we're making room here for some infrastructure. Substation, you're all going to be very happy about it, I promise. Yes, and the intention here then was to take this out to the power plant. I would have thought that the angle of connection was too sharp. There we have it. Now it should be connected. 5 workers, is that enough? I think it is. 35 degrees on the 3rd of August. God damn, it is hot. Do you get any workers here? Yes, you do. And you're going to the mine. Yes, if we would want to export, for example, electricity, we would simply take here a high voltage wire, such as this one, hook it up onto the switch here, where is a border post with electricity. No electricity. Very, very remote. They do want or have electricity. So I suppose this is it. We're wasting money anyway. I think it is in this general direction. Well, it is in this general direction, but it's very, very... Can you do that? You could just about do it. But I only took it as far as here. So what we're going to do is we're going to snake this around. It's going to be in the way in future. Promise. Yes, I can promise. Ruskaroma. Very nice. What do we do with you? You should get a new schedule, or you should. Where are you? There you are. Go to a depot for now. Which is about here. 12th of August, still 12 degrees, so it's no problem, really. This road is a bit of a problem to get to the mine, but that's how it is. Or you wouldn't be happy to be going to the mine? Yes, you would. And it is a bit steep, we have to climb. Will you get there anytime soon, today? There you go, unloaded a few people into the fire station and into the coal mine. Very good. Do we actually have what? Don't know. But what I do know is that we need a little university too. University. Ministry of Culture. No, I was thinking something quite small. Such as this one. I don't know where to put it. It seems a bit large to put here. But that's where we're having it. But large, it's a university. We wanted this button. Thing is that my eyesight is betraying me here. I cannot see or push the right buttons. But wouldn't it be nice if we actually got to autumn, through autumn and winter here? Well, it would be nice, but it is going to take some time. Things that what we do is this is not really appropriate, but this is what I got handy. I will see you very soon again. And we resume, and it has started snowing. 24th of November, it snowed. Apparently. And now I suppose this is a bit slippery up here. Because supposedly there should be something like a snow plow or something. But wouldn't that be in roads? Plowing office. Construction, various industry. Doubt it. Or do you just buy a snowplow at the road vehicles depot, maybe? Snowplower. Snowplow. There actually isn't one available, but we'll buy this that comes out any day now. Doesn't look very good. Okay, so that was obviously not enough for you to get to work here. We need to find something else. What could that be then? Could it be it really ought to be here. Technical services. Yes, indeed. This is large. This is what this is. It is here that we need to fix things. And we're not doing so great, you know. If we have a look in the at the population, there's no one living here. It is cold as hell because the power keeps going out all the time. So everyone leaves. But since this is just a throwaway anyway, we're going to do invite the Soviets. And now it's snowing again. Experts, please. This here. Yes, it costs a bit of money that, but I am pretty convinced that if we just get the critical mass of workers in here, I think that we'd do quite alright. Yes, you... Oh, we don't invite immigrants into the old city houses. That's... Okay, this one is empty too. Come on. Yes, technical services. I suppose what we're going to do is we're going to find a little snowplow. Get this. And tell it to go here. And I don't know what this does. Needs some buildings without power supply. Needs some vehicles. The power supply thing might not be an issue for this, unless they've changed that too. Yes, good quality. You know where you're supposed to be. As you see, it works very good over there. Yes. Hello. Yes. Haven't you made it yet? Oh, you're actually out plowing, aren't you? Yes, it doesn't seem to make a big difference to the road surface. No, you're just driving slowly, you're not plowing. Or... there you go, now you're plowing. Nice, and apparently you do both lanes in one go, more or less. Not all of it, but quite a bit. But this is only November, you know. I don't know. It could get warm again. Warm. Well, it could get like 4 or 5 us in December, maybe. What was that thing that it plowed over there? No. Not this technical services officer. We can't do anything. We assign these types of vehicles, I suppose, to it, and it plows some roads for us. I don't know. This may not be a very much used road, but that's it. I'm exhausted. I have built quite a bit, actually. Heating plant. Power plant is doing okay for the moment, but it is a problem. And maybe, just maybe, we should be importing electricity. Dare we get around building that power line? No. Then we might try it. Let's have the... I don't know why. Everything else is this. Oh, you have something that goes to there. Okay. We shall continue on this. I suppose. No. Oh, that's something different. Why did I build a dinky wire out here? But obviously there exists one. It was not here that we built it. No. Minus 13. Harsh. And it's only 3rd of December. Harsh winter. A really harsh winter. And yes, where did the electricity line go? That was the question. We can check the map, see if that helps. I don't think it does, but it might. I think it is up here. And of course, something from the soundtrack. Yes, this is already done. I just need to set this to import. All you need, because the way I understand how it works is that it will take the shortest path in terms of number of connections that it makes. Yes, colleague, now you're climbing all over me again here, and that's not working out. You have to... Yes. This... No, now you're stepping on the keyboard. No, that we cannot have. You have to be here. Yes. Would you like to say something? No, not now. Right then. So it is on full import, but we're not importing anything. And So I think that this is a little bit of a backup when our power plant fails, which it does, which it has done constantly here. Right now, for example, there are no workers. Okay, then that means that it is working because we are importing it. The money is ticking down. Not quickly, but we are. No, you have no electricity. Anyway, heating works something like this apparently. This might not be the optimum setup for it, but it is the bits and pieces that you need to yes, that you need to have, such as this. But these are usually buried underground, but not in the 60s. No. Yes, friends. I would like to continue for a long time, but this will have to be it. I don't quite feel this map. Well, and there are certainly possibilities for quite magnificent railroad here, if it is not too steep. Thank you so very much for watching. Alright, yes, the thing that doesn't work. Yes, and good night. Good evening, friends, and well, good evening. It's still the continuation from your perspective. When editing together what has transpired before here, editing is a very generous term. So, sort of more like a gluing the pieces together. Yes, and getting the audio to sync up with the video, you know. That's basically how it's, you know, sorry, let's not forget about this one. There we go. I realized that, you know, there was not a whole lot of analyzation going on the outcome of it. I was just too tired. I apologize. I was too. It's time ran away from me, and once I got to hit the record, you know, it was already way too late on both those parts. Cheers. Today, now it's not quite too late though. It's minus 12 degrees on the 8th of December of 1960. It sounds pretty cold. How you don't... no one lives here. Yes, we might have relocated a few people. They're fine. But how are they doing here? Not well. As usual, they are out of gas. I'm getting sick of this. Yes, and of course, that wouldn't work, you know, with importing electricity, because it is hooked up directly to the power plant. God damn it, couldn't we get a bit more steady supply of workers here? We're going to do this. There is nothing else for it. The roads and a little bus stop, a very little bus stop. Yes, like that. You don't even need a road connection really, but you'll have one anyway. There, and from here, now this will be a little bit convoluted, but you will work at the other bus platform, the power plant, the coal ore processing plant, and the heating facilities. Yes, okay. And And you, look, it's snowing again. And the other one, you will also work at the other bus platform. Optimize the footpathing a bit here. Really? Oh right, there is. You would have to go. You cannot go in there and out there. You still would not be able to. Right. We fix. There you go. And this way, just in case it is on the right on the currency on the form of payment. There we do a little bit of a shortcut. Yes. Then the shorts taught me to go. Yes. Good. Fine. Add that place and the cold ore processor, and last but most important, the power plant. Please, could we keep the electricity on? Because if we could actually keep the electricity on, I think that we could work. But everyone has already gotten out. So again, we start anew. We try again. Here, we fill up. I've been really careless, you know. Through this, I could have done it a little bit better, maybe. But here we go. This is what we got. This is the aftermath of it. Yes, we need plenty of people to do this with some sort of reliability to it. Everyone is very, very sick. Isn't there a hospital? Pretty sure there's a hospital. There is not a hospital. That would explain. I'm sure I mentioned it many times, but apparently never got around to actually building a hospital. That may also sort of suggest, a little bit of a hint as to what is making the people leave and or die to such an extent. Yes, you can go. I'll walk along here to there. And by the looks of things, I think that we're going to require more than one snow plow. And you're going that way. What the hell are you doing? We're not interested in that. You want you to do the town, please. There's nothing to do here. You of course go out from your center. So to get this to work most effectively, we should put it in the center of town then, I suppose. No. But actually, this one is available from 1950. So we'll have a few of those. We pretty much have all the monies, so why not use it? I mean, yes, this, it's 13th of December, look, it's the night of Lucia. And this is very much, it's like the prettiest thing I've seen in Soviet Republic, I think. The snow and the lights and the night. And the sunrise might be even be coming, or is it just? It is simply this with the snow. Yes, you know, that's when you get the real winter with the snow coverage. That's nice because it actually lights up a bit, lights the place up a bit, and it isn't quite as miserable and terrible as otherwise can often be the case, as you feel it is, given the circumstances. But how are we keeping the heat up? Are we keeping the heat up as they have? Well, 19 is well, that's not too bad. It's minus 6 degrees outside. I don't think that the insulation in these, are that good. But we want to keep them nice and toasty, and we have all the cold in the world, so. No skimping on the heat there. I don't think there's a problem. Or where's the, maybe if we had more workers, maybe we could. This has to like store up somehow, you know, like somewhere, or maybe everywhere. There is like a tank. As this tank, for example, this is 20 cubic meters, I would suppose it is. And the temperature is at like 55, 60 something. Right. We have a hospital now. Now we also need ambulances. The patients are not, well, they have just arrived from this glorious Soviet Union. They don't have that many health issues. They are very, very healthy and well doing. Everything is so cheap. We have the Latvian. It's more or less available now. There is this one. We should have had that one then, I suppose. But then again, it's 2 weeks left until they become available. So we can afford ourselves some leeway, I think. How do we manage to keep the electricity on now? There is one worker in here. Apparently that's enough for our current consumption, which is nice to know. This is an annoyance that not even the power plant can provide its own heating. Although running at this, now it's offline. That's not good. That's not good at all. You wouldn't happen to be having any workers coming. Do we have workers? 26 in here. Currently without power. Yes, I know. Pub. We haven't built a pub. Many things have been overlooked here. I mean, if I would just have done it, you know, it's not that I don't know how to do it. But apparently I don't know where the pub resides. It is here. Here? Well, all the people, no, this is more like the where it's happening. There you go. We have seemed to be a bit overstaffed. Yes, there is one student in the auditorium for the moment. And then we will forget to increase, something like that. Here, firefighters, we have many. There have been no fires so far. None whatsoever. How reachable are you from places? You're not reachable from these, which is a problem. We should definitely fix. Don't tell me that their walking distance gets shorter in the winter time as well. Or am I just giving the developer ideas now if it should ever come to I don't think it would. Yes, talk about hubris. Indeed. How many subscribers I have now? 47. And it's been hovering around that for quite some time. It's been standing still, so I suppose I'll lose a few and gain a few. But apparently 47 people. 47 very fine people. They must be. You must be. Perhaps, I don't know, the correct way to address the... What are you trying to do, though? I'm trying to make it through here. No, but there are buildings in the way if you do it the wrong way, but if you do it the right way, it's still too sharp a turn, though. But that we can arrange. That we can certainly, we can do this. You see, this... come on. This is not going to be impossible. Although this building is bigger than it looks. Yes, it is. It actually extends here. So, no, it is not going to happen. Crap. We'll try... this is going to happen, though. That is going to happen. And here, So you can go there, and we also would like somehow to be able to this is always so filled. Yes, no, perhaps I'm using the wrong approach or something. It may also be the case. It is in fact likely to be the case. That doesn't do anything. At least it looks aesthetically. But I think it is warranted in this case actually to get rid of that bit. That's really what she wanted to do. Actually, I think this street connection would have been the one to get rid of, because this doesn't help anything. Here there is not, but you could... this is starting to get quite convoluted now. Whatever it is that you're trying to do here. You see, I'm trying to hook up this part of the footpath network with this street. Yes, one could think that such a thing would be like no problem at all, but such is not the case. We could try and remove a little bit of street there and see if that does anything. We still have one for the building. Yes, you see. But you can... Apparently you can... yes, apparently you can hook up walking paths like that. That was something new to me. Handy. Very handy. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but please let us have it. These snowplows, where the hell are they? You know, you should be going into town. People are probably slipping and breaking things and ending up in hospital. But this is more like it. 11 workers here, and you see the temperature of the thing is pretty damned decent as well. I think that we're keeping up. How are we keeping up with the coal production then? Excellently. Fantastically, in fact. Well, this, you know, if... see, we do have the iron. Let's just build this and see what the quality of the source of iron is as well. This is interesting, a combined iron and coal source. I don't know how rare or how unrare, how common that is in real world scenarios, but I would think it is pretty rare. But anyway, yes, snowplows. You seem to be plowing a whole lot down here. But you know, the road up to the mine, yeah, pretty much they're doing all right on that as well. But the oh, you've made your way to the town as well. Good. What about here? You know, for the walking. I can tell you that if you do not winter keep your footpaths, yes. Here, then you get a whole lot slower moving on them. It can be as bad as like 20% of what you would usually do. Yes, again, giving great ideas here to make the game even more frustrating. We shall see. What is I'm drinking? I am drinking Czech brewed Budovar, or how are you supposed to Budvar? It's something completely different. Budjevodki, but you know, you have all those what do you call them? Apostrophes and things. And I don't know what they do to the pronunciation of the letter in enough cases to give it an attempt. But Budvar is Czech Republic, Česká republika, Česká republika, something. Again, wild speculation. As always, this was very badly built because you need a long road for the hospital, because I don't suppose they fixed the hospital entrance thing, have they? I doubt it. Oh, it's the first Christmas, it's the first Yule here in whatever this is called. It's called a forfeit. It is what it is, because it's going away. It's not going here to stay. You never know, but the current. Yes, but this is a new version, by the way. We're on a new version again, 0.8.2.9, and the first note is fixed crash issues at loading, and then especially when you're trying to activate seasons via terrain editor. So supposedly, I haven't looked, but maybe there's a way to hack in the seasons. It will probably cause all sorts of issues, but it would be interesting. But if that were to happen, we have to start in God damn it, we have to start, they will freeze to death before we have to start in like middle of March or something, and then work like hell. Maybe even have the game on pause while planning in everything, and then see if we can get it built. It would be an interesting challenge for den traditionella bondedemokratin. We shall see about that. Anyway, now that we're all up and running here, it didn't take a whole lot more touching. This is now, over. This is boiling here. How hot is it over here, for example? It is completely cold. The cold ore processing plant, but it doesn't seem to require heat. Kindergarten, they have like 24 degrees. And no babies. Are you like unreachable or something? No. But we have just moved these people in. They haven't gotten a child and children. Some have. Anyway, what about here? What's the indoor temperature in this here? We cannot see. Oh, it's an old city house. But here we should be 20. You also have like 24 degrees. That's not too bad, during Yule and all here. And it is 7 minus. Look at this beautiful Christmas we're having here. It is white. It is clear, somewhat, a little bit cloudy, but not that bad. And the sun is rising on. Yule is over. Not over, but the 3 days of Christmas is over. There are so many different versions of that, especially that tradition around the winter solstice, that it is fascinating, to say the least. Yes. But I don't know. Should we run a heating pipe down to the other town as well? Here, it's not that far away after all, and try and put a bit more demand on this. Just, we're hardly using it. I mean, how far is it feasible to do these things, for example? Construction. No, infrastructure. Heating. Yes, and it's apparently, it looks like a radiator, I think, on the icon there. We build them close to the ground. I don't know. I hope they are well insulated here. This so far this is 90 tons of steel. This will be expensive as hell to build once you get a bit into it, and you don't have like limitless money. Heat exchanger. Yes. Not heat exchanger. Heat pumping station. But the heat pipes apparently do not auto-connect. No, they don't. Then more heat pipe. Yes, we're bringing in the heat. You see, oh, look at that. They are... that's adorable. That's what it is. That's adorable. It's, yes, very nice. I wonder how much pollution. It seems like, what the hell are you burning? And you need to think that you should have a bit more free flow of the air there to get the more efficient combustion, maybe. Or are you burning rubber tires, old rubber tires, or what is it? Well, you can't be burning these. That's... I don't know what it is you burn. I perhaps should not get too involved. I wonder, will they now stop? Heat pumping station sounds like a good idea to have out here. Like so. And then a heat exchanger. Which is... we can cover like all of it with one. We can actually, almost. Pretty much all of it. If we put it right in the middle of town here, that is... I suppose we're going to do right just that. Since it is very big, though. It is very large. Is what it is. Big heating pipe, and we're going to have to take it up a bit to try and not be in the way of things, and not intrude on the local population here. But I wonder what they're thinking. Nothing yet, because they don't know about this. This is plans on a drawing board somewhere in wherever it is my office is located here. That is going to be difficult, or not, but it could have been. Yes, infrastructure is in the way. It's so. And should we have more of the soundtrack? Of course we should. Of course we should. That's 114,000 rubles worth. It's 200 tons of steel in pipe. This. Okay, let's do that. None of this will work until we get electricity in, though, I don't think. And we are going to need electricity here. Do we run? No, I really don't feel like bringing high voltage out to the largest town on the map. Not right now, anyway. And we have one last medium voltage connection available on the power plant, so that's what we'll take and go up there. And the first stop, we should go on this side of the pipe. The first stop ought to be around here somewhere, because I suppose you need electricity. Even though you have, I mean, the heat is getting in here somehow. Is it also, but I don't think it's being transported down the line. No, it isn't. Line down the pipe. Right, so we need a medium voltage switch. Like here, and always build two while we're at it. You never know. That is one tip after 1,000 hours. Always build an extra medium voltage switch, or a high voltage, and a high voltage switch for that matter too. Was that it? All this got planned in for some reason. Now it's building. Okay, it's just taking a while. How much money have we burnt? 3 million rubles we have burned so far. Oh, it's a new year. It's -10, -11 here now in... is everything alright? Here. Electricity. We do have electricity. They are really warm and cozy here. So... But there are only 23 people living here. What the hell is the problem with you? Have I not imported more people here? Maybe not. It's time to do that then. There we go. Full... No, this I have certainly filled up with people. Did we get the hospital in that late? No, but these are still full. Some of these I don't think I repopulated here. Doesn't look like I did. You're waiting for party officials, you say. We should have more party officials. Should be coming straight from the Soviet Union. Fact. And even though I don't know how many snowplows, they are still not managing to keep the road up to the coal plant clear. But you should be within range. Should we build a for the snowplows, a little shortcut? If we could. There is going to be some problem here. But I think we could make it. Yes, there you have it. Because I don't suppose that they plow the mud roads, do they? They can't. They should plow the paved roads first of all, I think. Another great thing for summer would be to have a water truck. Maybe that could go, or salt is what you want to do. Salt your gravel roads, so they dust less. I don't know if the dust actually could creates any pollution, but anyway, -16 degrees. We are apparently living in a place which gets like a proper winter, and it's not like it's a few days. It's pretty steady. I think in real. Well, I don't know where we are. It was also really hot in summer. Summer there, it was like 35 degrees at some point. So maybe we are straight in Siberia. But then the season is not long enough. And winter should have started in August, right? Doesn't it? About. And it started in November. That's when it got we got the snow. The first snow in November. Damn it, that's really early. Although it is 1960, so the climate has not changed so much. This is probably more close than to how the climate is allegedly supposed to be, whatever that means. Yes, because apparently the climate has a preferred state for some reason, and I don't know, if you look at history, through history as far as it's possible, it seems like the climate has not been very steady on the Earth. Whether human activity has been of significant amount or not, I mean, it seems to go through all sorts. And just think of all the things that are involved with the climate and the weather here on the planet Earth. It's the position of the planets and the sun, and so many variables are involved in this equation, which determines the temperature here on the 7th of January of 1961. But anyway, I digress. I don't really, but still I shut up about it, which may or may not be the same thing, depending on the circumstance, maybe. This road is pretty damn well kept. It hasn't snowed in a while, also. But so these you apparently need to build pretty centrally, I think. Maybe. The 7th of January, you say. I think that we're moving a little bit slowly, because what quality of 81% quality of source. I mean, with the money we have available, we could set up a steel industry. We could. Because here we have coal ore, not a whole lot of it. Quite a little bit, in fact. But steel is so very profitable if you want to sell it, and so very useful if you want to build. That's probably why it is expensive. And the steel mill is pretty expensive too, but we have all the money in the world. And if we're just sitting around waiting for spring, but let's do this, and spring will actually have a chance to arrive, because otherwise there is 1 minute per day here, and a month takes half an hour, and I don't think we neither have nor want to take quite that amount of time. I think this was 2 hours 17 minutes before this segment, but you know, it's a 3-parter. It's what it is, and we want to get into the various gravel, coal, iron. It's a shame that the day and night cycle increases, but I suppose it has to. But the nights get shorter and such. And I don't think that you can. Never mind. Anyway, steel. Yes, steel mill. Very nice it is, old friend. You have your conveyors here, and we're obviously coming in from that direction with both the iron and many things in the way to get the conveyor through. Though, maybe we could build it out here. We also need a lot of workers in this. And what I'm thinking then is, you know, take a completely secondary coal out of there and iron out of there. Can aggregates be multiplexed in those things? I think they can. I think they can, you know. Are we going to gamble that they can? It can only go to crap anyway. Minus 17. We don't know how warm you are, but you are keeping. This wouldn't happen to be on here? Building properties. Ah, look at this water tank. Oh, perfect. We can have. You're keeping it quite warm and cozy in there. Very good. Excellent. One should not be cold in the winter, especially. You know, 15 minus. Then you should have it properly warm inside. And you know, considering our wealth when it comes to the coal, it is not that great. Well, it is great. The problem is the workers, I think. Since most of them probably, yes, here we have lots of workers that are just walking back and forth between here and the power plant, but at least we're keeping the power plant staffed. And this, you cannot store or export coal. Really? And here is where we want to bring out the coal from. Yes, it is. You know what? We're going to put a coal storage in here. Coal storage, and to do that, what are you doing now? We try and take it easy. We want a conveyor pipe engine, and we want one of the road crossing variety. So we want one here. About we can even do this. But we don't. Oh, there is one. Yes, they are over here too. That's right. Like so, and then one. Don't do silly things here now. Just do this. There we go. And there we go. And road. Please, thank you. It is so overkill this with all these paved roads. It's not something that you'd be able to do unless starting on easy money. And apparently you claim to be 20 degrees. I don't see how you could. Oh, we have snow again. Wattage. Oh, we can have. Oh, look at this. Voltage, none. What? That's not the town. This is more like it. 230 volts, more or less all over the thing. Well, this is great, you know. Finally, we can find stuff that is not right and bottlenecks and so on. And this is how much it's pulling. Do you even show the switches? Yes, you do. Okay, that will make such an improvement to the experience that you wouldn't believe. Take it from me, if no one else, because I certainly have some experience here. But right, coal. You said out of here. Yes, out of here. And we need to get over all sorts of things. And the reason for using this, that's the wrong button. This sounds a bit loud. Road crossing is because of its flexibility when it comes to everything. But it is also quite large, which may prevent things. Do you really think it's possible to get coal hookup out off there? I doubt it. Very much doubt it. And we could do it from out here instead. Maybe. Somehow in here. Yes, you can't build ultra infrastructure, but we can build something smaller. What's all this? Conveyor tower 1 to 3. Yeah, this sounds pretty much. Where is your input? Yes, you can. I promise. You can do this here. Somewhere. You can do this. Okay. Well, here maybe. Are we going to have to manipulate the terrain maybe? If I don't think that we can. It's too close to anything. Should we give up on this then and see if we can hack seasons into den traditionella bondedemokratin? Because this certainly looks pretty. It actually does look real pretty. But I have already committed to a steel mill. It ought to be getting done. No, I haven't paid for it. Let's pay for it. 245,000 rubles. Yes, but getting coal out of here, do you really think that is possible? Road connection, conveyor tower 1 to 3, conveyor 3 to 1, 3 to 1, no, road connection. Yes, we want to come out of that, yes. If you would only hook up, that's pretty much what we want. Well, these actually you really don't want to have the auto build on, because they are so damned expensive and it is incredibly easy to mess up. However, now that it gives a hint whether it will be connectable or not, but I don't think that there is any way of getting a conveyor out of here. See, because there's just what was that? Are you kidding me? You're not. Let's remember to put a road onto that one. And it even has the facility for a through road. And here you don't have road, you just have that, but you're going to need it. February, 0 degrees, it's thawing. I wonder if the snow will thaw when it gets, it ought to. Just as the snowplow at -6. We're not out of it yet. Now, weren't you building... I think that we were building something else, bringing heat to the town over there. Yes. That might well have been what it was we were doing. These could probably be spaced a bit further apart for economical reasons and such. This, for example, would seem to be a place where you cannot build due to the infrastructure. Although you could, that's not what I wanted. You see, you could build a tower due to the infrastructure, but not 3 to 1. Need flat terrain, you can have it. These are pretty good, I tell you that. So whoever modder who did this, these are good. Yes, but I don't want to remove the road. I just want to remove the footpath, which was preventing this. Yes, and this mud road is apparently one of the most trafficked roads that we have. So let's do that. What's this? That's a conveyor tower. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Although you do have a footpath, so that's fine. You're fire protected. You are and Soviet Electra, maybe. Yes, Soviet Electra. Right, and then we do what we need is we need iron. We now have coal. No, we don't. Wait, try one thing at a time. You had actually gotten quite a bit on this. Yes, we shall continue. Electricity for this. Out hereabouts. The 14th, happy Valentine's Day. Valentins dag idag. We shall put a bit of a few of these in here, like so. Then take there one of these power substations. Yes, right to there, and here. And today I'm not feeling that quite as slow as I might have been feeling in previous, what you call it, the previous things here. The previous parts to this winter special or whatever. How large is this town? Because this is going to need like a hell of a lot of switches and all sorts of things. Also, I could have put a bit more care and attention into just where I was placing those. But there we go. You know, this is ridiculous when you're paying for it and you're just clicking away and everything. It's so quick. This is the planning phase. It's not even up to this speed when you're doing it the other way. And now we have it like all completed and done. Just like that. But I have to say the construction way of playing was a lot more rewarding than I had thought. Thought it was rewarding, but then it was actually rewarding enough to bear the long waits and the frustrations and the everything that you had, or that you have, rather, when doing it. This, I don't know. I don't know. Why am I even doing this? Paying so much care and attention to the roads here, paying enormous amounts. Well, maybe I'm trying to burn the money as quickly as possible and just get as much ridiculous infrastructure in as possible for this money, so that we actually get some constraints on ourselves. I thought you said you didn't like this place and that it was forfeit and everything. I did. But one can change. Too steep of something or other. This is not at all what we want. Try and do it. You know how the game likes to do it. Yes, and it is this way. This is how you do it. You can build any road. Basically, we're building a ring road here around the power transformers and around the town. What, you didn't get a power transformer here? Well, sorry, but it's the way it is. It was not ordered from Central, and I don't dare take own initiative here. All of this, though, exactly as according to the specifications from Moscow. And then we just put in a bit more of the electrical wiring, and I think we should be good to go. We have electricity here. We want to take it here, for example. Really? So, well, we could do that if we wanted to. That was really the wrong one to select for this substation. Yeah, we would have wanted to come in from the other way, because that angle of connection is going to be so sharp, but that one isn't. There we have it. And now there is, how do we continue this? The question, the answer is that we don't. We do something here. We come out here, here, yes. I mean, this is more like it speed-wise, isn't it? And here, should we really hook this up without a switch? Having just gone on about always put an extra switch in and so on. So I don't think that we should put it in without a switch. Now, this town cannot become like a huge industrial town of the current system, current electricity system, but it should suffice for this. There we go. You have heating. You have stopped smoking from your chimneys. We are now providing central heat from central. It is quite far away. But there we have it. This is the iron, right? We need. This is badly designed, because iron is coming out of here. We need an iron ore processor, or two actually. We could easily have two on a source like that. Maybe we could get in here. See, playing it really fast and loose here now. It's gravel, coal, iron, obviously. Yes. And it's a large aggregate storage to begin with. Meow. Hello. Good morning. Yes, good morning indeed. But it's all relative, I suppose. It depends on your perspective. The problem is that this is not really hooking up in a good way. This, we're not auto building, no, because this is going to fail. I think this is when you're trying to do a little bit too much. No, that was not a terrain randomizer tool. But it's just so steep that that's all we can do. Because something like this, but you can't build due to infrastructure, and that infrastructure will be the road. I suppose then here. Fine. Here. There we have it. Then we turn this back on. What the hell? It either works or it doesn't. And we are going to have ourselves a few of these towers and things. We won't be able to cross, though, I don't think. And something like that is not really going to work neither. That's not going to help. You know, we want to get in there eventually. You want to do... Oh, you see, you will just do it. It's fantastic. If we could get there, for example. Can't build your infrastructure. What's... Is this infrastructure of which you speak? Yes, we're even paying for terrain manipulation now. What the hell? Hubris. Indeed. That way. This is more or less what we want. Yes. Thank you. And then from... could we not get this? No, you cannot due to infrastructure or pillars or something. But you know, that is we can fix that. We can work with that or around it. If we go to the correct menu again, we can do that, for example. That would have it right there. And I don't suppose you have electricity. No, we don't. Of course not. But we need to hook this up to... Well, the snow has melted. Spring is here. That went quickly. It's 14 degrees now. So that's a season for you. That's a year. More or less. When was it we started? Let's hook this up to the power to the steel mill and get iron in there. This is going to need to do a quite a demanding turn. Well, the turn itself is not demanding of these things whatsoever, but managing to place one of these here, really. And we need to get the footpath onto it too, and it is too steep for a footpath. Too steep of an incline, because they can be too steep nowadays. Very annoying. It was a good thing that you could get away with. Didn't need to care about the steepness of neither the factory connection nor the footpath connection. Earlier, there we go. Pay for that too. And this track is called Rise of Metallurgy, and it's a bit early maybe to call it the rise of metallurgy, but we are on our way. It overlaps with existing construction. I think that we can get in another tower here in somewhere and have that right fixed. But the question is here. Okay, you will do there you have something, but there is infrastructure in the way. There we have something too, but that infrastructure of which you speak is this power line, and we could do without that temporarily, and then get one of these in, I think. Pipeline conveyor. Yes. And then, before they have already noticed, it's been days already, but still we try to restore power as quickly as possible. And there we have it. And this onto there, and this too. That should be all of it. You still don't have electricity, but it's and these you have. You don't. We can use this. Okay, very clear, very good. We have, although this, how much is running through here? 0.26 is not a lot, but then again, the steel mill. I think we should have a dedicated power line for the steel mill. Well, this one, wherever this goes. Oh, you can share with the coal, or rather the mining industry. Yes, you can. You know, I like this that you get a tally for what all of it costs. Right, this is quite messy. Okay, already out here you are without electricity. You claim. We should get in a substation here. Something like this. Do this. Not for that, but for this. Right, and then medium voltage switch. You know, where are the fires? They're supposed to be frequent. We haven't had one single fire yet. I might regret having said that at some point. There we go. That's something, and there we go, and there we go, and there we go, and also down. All of that is powered. We just need one more substation. That ought to be here. And on the way to it, medium voltage switch, such as this, and that, and medium voltage line, sure, onto there, and here, and here. Yes, there we have it. We even have iron. Yes, we do. One thing that you could have thought of before this, building all of this, yes, is that you need 2 iron ore processors in here too. To do this right, but for the moment we cannot fit. So we need to put 1 in. Cannot build due to infrastructure. This was not a good place for it. Out here, it's simply too tight. And there we go. Just as I was about to give up and screw it. not in the literal sense. Although it certainly has plenty of screws loose, which could need tightening. But we need one of these gravel various no here, no mod, yes, mod, please, yes, that. Is it because you're not done that you, yes, it was because you were not done that you did not have electricity. Iron ore is actually starting to show up here, which is great. Input is from that way. Couldn't you? Are you telling me that it is impossible to get? Well, you know what I'm telling you then is that the road is gone for a bit. And I think that you should be able to do like all of it. Now, thank you so much. There you go. While we're at it. While we're at it. While we're at it. Yes, let's burn all of the money that we can. So far we have burnt half of it. And we have not exported a single ruble or dollar of anything. We could be exporting a bit of electricity, I think, at this point. Because we have a lot of workers, we have a lot of coal. So let's turn the tables out wherever it was. Here. A bit. It was not there, it was over here. Import, export, maybe not to the fullest extent of everything, but a bit anyway, just to keep it ticking up. So that is more or less the steel industry set up actually. Now we just need to bring workers into. Yes, you just need to bring workers into here, and then you will get steel. Because we have all the resources that we need at this point. So that, dear friends, finally, that will end. Third part of the winter and seasons special, because we have now done a full year. Only makes sense, doesn't it, to do a year? So we're back in spring, and it's 22 degrees in late March. It sounds really nice, actually, to have such an early spring. A really harsh winter, actually, and a really hot summer. So I don't know exactly where it is, as we're located here in the randomness of things, but it is what it is. Thank you so very much for watching, dear friends. Good night.